Okay, I'm sorry that I look like horrendous crap right now. Okay, but I just watched Vampire Diaries. Thank God for live streams because I'm not on the East Coast, but I watched it along with everybody on the East Coast, so I'm pretty freaking happy about that. I did miss the first 6 minutes, but according to people who actually watched it on TV, the kiss between Damon and Elena, the cheat kiss or whatever, it was Stefan's dream. So, like, Stefan was dreaming it. He, you know. So thank God, because I couldn't even deal with them. I don't ship them, so. What else happened? Okay, so Catherine was with Stefan and kept saying, like, why she's coming back, because she's in love with him and all this bullshit, and I was just super pissed. I'm like, bitch, just back the fuck off. I don't like Catherine because she's manipulative. She's a bitch, and I just want her to go away. Also, he stabbed her with vervain, which was badass. Thank you, Stefan, for doing something. Although it didn't work because apparently she's been sipping vervain for the past 160 years, so it doesn't affect her at all. So, again, bitch. So they took a walk down memory lane. They talked about everything that happened in 1864 and all this, the feelings that Stefan had for her before he figured out that she was a vampire, and he told her that he was in love with her, and all this ridiculous crap. You know, I like the flashbacks, but I'm tired of Catherine. I just need her to go away now. I can't say that enough, but I'll stop saying it and get on to the actual review, or furthermore into it. Okay, so after that, like, Caroline, Elena, Jenna, Alaric, Damon, and Mason were all at Elena's house. If you've seen the web clip, you probably noticed that Jenna invited everyone for a barbecue. Damon's intentions were to figure out what Mason was. Like, if he already knows that he's a werewolf, but he wanted confirmation, so he rigged everything. Not really rigged, but he tested everything so he could, like, catch Mason in the act of werewolfness. I don't know. But apparently Silver with the werewolf is a myth, because later on in the episode, Damon decides to stab him with a knife, and it had no effect on him whatsoever, so I guess that myth is pretty much exactly that. So yeah. Stefan got really pissed off because Catherine told him that if she doesn't get what she wants, she will snap Elena's neck, like said in the previews. I love angry Stefan. It's lovely. Okay. Caroline was all, I think partly it was because of her relationship with Matt going in the toilet, or partially because Catherine basically owns her in a way and said, you better do this or I'll kill you. She told her to, like, tell Elena that Elena's relationship with Stefan is not worth it, and to break up with him, that she's gonna get old and Stefan's gonna be hot and your relationship is doomed. That's what Catherine told Caroline to tell Elena. Elena insists on going to check on Stefan because he isn't at the barbecue, and Caroline's doing everything in her power to prevent her from going over there. It didn't work, so they went. She screwed up the tire so that they could get a flat, and Elena went to Stefan's house anyway without Caroline. She comes face to face with Catherine, who was, to say the least, she was taken aback by the uncanny resemblance between the two of them. That scene lasted about 5 seconds, but Catherine looked at her like she saw a ghost, and it was crazy. And then she took off, and Stefan came in the room. Stefan and Elena went to the grill and had this massive breakup thing it wasn't really massive, but it brought me to tears because for like half a second I thought it was real, and she left, stormed off, went back to her house. Turns out it was all a setup, all of it, because they want Catherine to, like, I don't know what they're trying to do, because if Catherine thinks they're broken up, she's gonna, like, make her way to Stefan's heart again, and I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? Shouldn't they stand together and prove that their love is unbreakable? That's pretty much what I'm thinking. I'm like, why would they pretend to break up? But Damon and Caroline were well aware that it was fake. Either that, or they're just, Damon had this smug grin on his face, like, oh yeah, let's get in on this, because Elena, I'm gonna swoop in and take Elena from Stefan, because I'm pretty sure that's what his intentions are later. Don't get me wrong, I love Damon, I just don't want him and Elena together. And Caroline is listening in, like the nosy little bitch that she is, but I have love for Caroline too, because she's a vampire and she seems more badass now. I don't know. So yeah, I was like this, I was like that, I was gasping for air through this episode. Every Vampire Diaries episode has me on the edge of my seat, or in this case, the edge of my bed, because I'm like, just like, gawking at the computer screen as I watch this, and I'm not appalled, because that's totally the wrong word. I'm, like, just fascinated by all that is this show, and I love it. So, I'm sorry my review kind of sucked, and yeah, I didn't mention spoilers were in this, so if you're watching this and you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. I'll just put it in the underbar over there, down below, and tell you spoilers, don't watch if you haven't seen the episode yet. And yeah, so okay, well, that's about it, guys. Bye.